Hello everybody and welcome to this Thomas Wooden Railway discussion on the 2013 version of SpamCan, otherwise known as D199. Now SpamCan was only featured in one story in the Railway series known as Super Rescue and was never seen in the TV series, which begs the interesting question, why would Mattel, in their first year of running the Thomas Wooden Railway line, want to introduce a character that was never seen in the TV series and was only featured in one story in the Railway series? Well, I thought about this for a while, and the only logical conclusion that I came to was that SpamCan is almost a ghost rider. He rides under the radar every time he is re-released. His sales must have been good in the past, and Mattel realized that and said, well, we might as well give it a shot and release our own version of SpamCan. There are three versions of SpamCan that have been released over the time of the Thomas Wooden Railway line. Version 3 is on your left, version 2 is on your right, and unfortunately, I don't own the version from the 1990s. However, that version was a bit of a blunder for Learning Curve, and unfortunately, it's one of their worst models because it looks nothing like SpamCan that was featured in the Railway series. So, this 2006 version on your right is actually a pretty nice model, and I'm going to see how it stacks up to this version on the left, the new 2013 limited edition version. Well, before I get into the review, I just want to point out something very interesting as well. In the past, we've always seen that characters only featured in the Railway series never perform well in stores. For example, the Flying Scotsman, the Sodor Railway Repair, and Neil were always retired very quickly after their original releases in the 1990s. Which also begs another interesting question, why would Mattel want to take a gamble like this on releasing a character that already has two models before it? It just doesn't make any sense in my opinion, but there must be something behind that. And of course, we're not going to dilly-dally on the logistics of this model. Instead, we're going to see how it compares to its predecessor right here. So, without further ado, let's get started on this Thomas Wooden Railway discussion of the 2013 version of D199. Alright everybody, here he is, the 2013 version of SpamCan. Taking out of the box, just kind of like the other 2013 engines I've reviewed so far. Much different than its predecessor, that's all I'll say to begin with. First, opinions right here, can't really tell if I like it or not. It's certainly very different than what we've seen before. I'll spin him around and just kind of show you guys what he looks like on the side and everything. And see right here, looks to be the same color paint as before. I cannot tell any immediate differences other than the face, and we'll talk about the face in a sec. But appears to be the same length, like I said, same paint. The bogies are a little bit different. I'll talk about that in a sec, but I just want to give you guys just kind of see what it is. Can't remember off the top of my head if this detail right here is in the back of the old version or not. I believe it is, but I'll compare this version to the old version in just one sec. Let me flip it around, nothing else to see because these items are symmetrical. Sorry, still getting used to this new camera, really jerky it sometimes, but alright, that's pretty much it just for how this new model looks. Let me pick them up and just show you guys just some more detail. Obviously, the biggest difference here is the face. The face, he kind of looks, I guess, a little bit calmer is what I'll say. He does look a little bit calmer. These bogies, I've not actually showed you guys the bottom of any of the 2013 engines, so I'll do this right here. Still has the name right here, has a code just in case there's a recall, actually two codes. Wonder what that means. Maybe these mean it's a Mattel item and this is the call, or this is the code in case there's a recall. I don't know if we're going to be able to see this or not, but these new items have, I don't think we're going to be able to see it. They have the 2013. You can see it right there on the back wheel. I don't know if you can, but they do say 2013, and that is a welcome change because I've been tired of buying these new items and just saying 2003. Let's bring these two together and compare the face, because they are both very different. As you can tell, let's actually focus up here by looks like almost the window wipers, and see those are a little bit different. What I've noticed with all of these 2013 items is the new versions, they just seem a lot cleaner and polished. For example, I could imagine this model zooming down the railway more than I can imagine in this model. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. The faces, basically the pupils are bigger on the version on the right, the 2006 reissue, than the version sitting right in front of you. Like I said earlier, I think this version looks a little bit calmer. I actually like the face on this version more, and I think hopefully that's what we're going to see. We'll see what you guys think. That's what I want to know from you guys. What do you guys think of the faces? I happen to like the version on the right. The version on the left, just kind of, I don't know, it creeps me out a little bit, but at the same time, I can see where they got that face, but I guess maybe I'm so used to the version on the right that it really just doesn't affect me anymore. But honestly, I like this version of Diesel 199 a lot better. The face being the biggest part. I'm not a big fan of this face right here. I'm not saying it's bad, but I like this version a lot more. So, since we have a little bit of time, I wanted to keep these reviews short, but since we have the time, let's see if it'll focus. Yes, the backs appear to be the same. In fact, let's just pull both of them out and examine them, since we have some time, because, you know what? I don't know when there will be another reissue of this item. Hopefully it won't be any soon. So this right here is the 2013 model. This is the 2006. As you can see, the cab area here is bigger on this model than it is right here. The backs are the same, but the print is a lot bold, more bold. Can't really see anything else. The lines are a little bit thicker right there. But can't you see, hopefully you guys can see, can't you see how much cleaner the edges are on these models? And when I originally pulled this out of the package, I was wondering is this whole thing made out of plastic? And it's not. Only certain parts are, including the face and the bogies. But they just refined this new model in such a way that it's very slick. It has kind of that slick feeling. And I could honestly see it running a lot better down the railway. I don't like, however, how we see some blue paint around the edges here of this back, because I like how the back area here is just all yellow. Let's turn these sideways. I don't know if we're going to be able to see any big differences here. I don't think so. Obviously, there are subtle differences here and there. You know, oh, some lines are thicker than others. You know, and I'll just leave that, guys. I'll just leave that up to you, because I'm not going to go into huge detail. But anyway, you know, the sides, they're pretty much the same. Let me zoom out here and I'll set them side by side once again, so you guys can see what they look like next to each other, and you guys can kind of form your opinions, and then of course leave a comment below. So let me zoom out on these guys, and let me just get your guys' opinions. What do you guys think about these new models? These new 2013 models? Do you think they're any good? Do you think they're okay? I know it seems like a lot of people have been impressed with the models, and that's how I put it. I've been very impressed with these new models. I thought they were going to be terrible, but Mattel's really done an awesome job. I mostly prefer these old models, especially this one, because I think the face is just better in general. But other than that, you know, just guys, leave a comment below and tell me what you think. Before I end this review, I just want to end on something really strange. As I was pulling this out of the package, as you can tell, I kind of ripped it apart right here, but on the package, on the back here, that's the old Spam Can, the one right there that you see. I wonder why they didn't put this new version of Spam Can on the back. I guess it just kind of goes on with the laziness of whoever runs the Thomas Wooden Railway line. I mean, you look with the exception of the pamphlets this year, I mean, you would look in the pamphlets that you would get a few years ago, and it would still have a prototype duck in it. And I don't know why the company's never changed them. I don't understand that. As you can see, I totally ripped it apart, but there's where I get the limited edition part right there. Limited edition Diesel 199. I wonder what qualifies it as limited edition. As in, I wonder how many of them they're actually going to produce. Very interesting. So I thought I'd just show you guys that. But overall, I'm really impressed with this model. It's very cool. Let me take it out just one more time. The bogies, of course, are plastic. And one thing I noticed on this Spam Can, you can obviously tell that what's driven into them are nails, what hold the model and the bogies together. But it looks like something's been drilled in there. That's something that's very different as well. I wonder what that is. The bogies are, of course, plastic, just along with the other 2013 items. But I won't dwell on that too much. So overall, I really like this item. It's good. Kind of depends on whether you want to go out and buy it, honestly. If you have this old version right here, I think it will suffice. If you don't have a Spam Can, I would highly just recommend getting this version just to get a Spam Can, because he's a nice character. So it's really all up to you. I'd probably give this a B+. You know, I give the Flying Scotsman a same score, and I'd probably give the Adventures of Thomas about a solid A. Those were really good models, but nothing really wrong with this model. I just prefer the old version more. So Oh well, I'll leave it at that. So guys, be sure to leave a comment, like this video, of course subscribe if you want to see some more Thomas Wooden Railway discussions. This is my final 2013 review. The next review that you'll see will be back to the classic engines that you guys are used to. Alright guys, thanks for being such awesome fans and for watching these videos. I hope you've liked them, and well, bye for now.